this is Optibotimus coming with another video review. And wrapping things up for my amazing Spider-Man week, today we'll be taking a look at the Symbiote Snap Venom, part of the comic series from the new Amazing Spider-Man toys. And as you can see, he comes with a Snap Jaw sidekick. That guy. Nom, 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 nom. Ruff, ruff. Bark, bark. So, I guess, really very cool looking. I got a tongue dangling out there and everything. Very nice. Now, if you guys have watched my other ones, you know that I'm kind of going along with the characters from the previous movies leading up to the Amazing Spider-Man. And the last kind of villain that we got was Venom at the end of Spider-Man 3. Now, we never got a Sandman figure that I'm aware of, so I can't get that one to do, and I probably wouldn't care to do it anyhow. But flipping around here on the back, you see other characters that are in the line, such as the Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, the Mega Cannon Spider-Man, and the Symbiote Strike Spider-Man. And you can see that one Venom is bad enough. When he brings a snap-jawed sidekick to the battle, watch out, because it's got a crushing snap jaw. Sure, and it looks like it plugs onto his arm, much like the symbiote suit Spider-Man figure did, but really kind of cool packaging. I am really kind of curious about this figure. I thought I was going to like it before, but then I started thinking that the articulation was going to suck, but then I started to open up all the other figures and found out that the articulation is really not that bad, and if that's the same level of articulation this guy has, I think I'll actually like this guy. So let's get him open and see how cool he actually is. Alright guys, so here we have Venom opened up and out of its packaging, and this absolutely is my favorite of all the characters so far that I reviewed. Well, I don't want to say character, but figure, I suppose. I just love the way this guy looks. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, one problem that I do have kind of is the head is all kind of one blue color, whereas you see the rest of the body has a nice mix of blue and black. I don't know how well that's coming across on the camera, but the head is just all blue. I would have liked if they actually blended some of this black, kind of washed that off through there. That would have been really kind of cool. Absolutely love it. Throughout the entire body, you got these nice kind of ripple effects, as if his body is just covered with this black tar gooiness. And that's just a wicked figure. Venom in general is a very fun figure. Very fun kind of character as well. I personally prefer Carnage a little bit more. But Venom is definitely fun. I would love it if they made an actual Carnage figure. Now his Symbiote Snap, it's just that. You got a little spring-loaded thing, but the thing that sucks is if you turn it upside down, it flops down. So even if you have it sideways, like for example here, we're gonna close it. You put it sideways and then you push it. It's going to stay open because it relies on gravity to bring this top section back down. But that's actually kind of fun, and it only plugs into his left arm here. So all you do for that is just slide it in there and just kind of friction it in and wedge it in there. And oh, well, that sucked. All right, well, it's just a hinge, so I guess that's bound to happen at some point in time. But like I said, this guy just wedges inside there, but you have to do it kind of on an angle, like so. So when you're doing it, you then have to turn his elbow so that you have it. And again, having it extended out there means that you can't actually stand him forward unless you angle him back, like so. And that would work, and then you can have him. Again, the gimmicks and the little accessories kind of suck. I'm really not all that impressed with them. It's nice that they include them, and for what we're getting right here, because this is a much bulkier figure. I mean, here's the Venom figure. Here's possibly my favorite looking of the movie style kind of Spider-Man figures. As you can see, there's a lot more mass going on with this Venom figure. Very, 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 very cool. And here he is next to the symbiote suit version of Spider-Man. As you can see, there's a lot of similarities because most of you know the symbiote attached himself to Peter Parker and then left and then attached himself to kind of Peter's arch nemesis, I suppose, Eddie Brock. But you can see where there is some similarities in terms of the suit kind of look. And this is a much darker looking figure, which works better because he's a bad guy. He's still kind of a good guy. This guy's just absolutely awesome. I love it. In terms of his articulation, his head's on the ball joint, but because of the way his neck is kind of jutting forward, you're not really going to get a very good left and right kind of look. I mean, that's the best you're really going to kind of do. The tongue here is a soft rubber, so it's kind of flexible. Now, you're probably not going to want to play with it too much because you could probably break it, but you could have like a licking effect, I suppose, and that's really kind of weird looking. The shoulders here are on pin and sockets, so full range of motion with those. Elbows here also on pin and sockets, so they move forward and they move back. They also rotate. Good level of articulation. I love the hands on here. That the claw look is just wicked awesome. Nothing at the waist or anything like that. The hips just go forward and back. They bend at the knee and they also rotate at the knee. So good level of articulation. For the price, this figure is absolutely fantastic. Like I showed, he is a much bigger, much bulkier figure than any of the other Spider-Man figures that we've gotten. You know, and even the villains that we have out, you know, with Doc Ock and the Green Goblin, he's a much bulkier figure. So again, for $8, this is a steal. I would almost put this guy probably at a more $9, maybe even $10 worth, I suppose, just because of the size of them. So really very cool and highly recommended. Look at that. That's just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, just awesome. Absolutely awesome. My favorite figure. Highly recommend picking this guy up. Without a doubt, this is going to be one of the best figures, and if I'm not mistaken, he's also one of the short packed ones. I think he only like comes one per case. So if you see this guy, without a doubt, pick him up. But that's about it, guys. So until next time, I want to thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed these reviews of these new Spider-Man figures from the Amazing Spider-Man. And until next time, this has been Optibotimus. I'll talk to you later.